It's currently 10:05 p.m. And I recall from the early morning hours to the late afternoon, I worked on finishing the leaves for both of these sleeves and then filling in the negative space between the leaves and the flowers with this dual tip default blue Sharpie marker. First using the fine tip and then the ultra fine tip whenever I felt that I was too close to the boundaries of a flower or a leaf to use a fine tip. I'm just about to finish filling in the negative space. I ultimately just have to decide whether I'm going to put something here. Although, most likely I'm not going to. I put in a leaf here for this flower. This is something that Dad's mom made. Dad might have added some stuff like this cheese while he heated it up, but it's primarily his mom that made this. Dad's mom always cooks some pretty good food. Don't recall a single time where I didn't like it. I recall around 3 p.m. was when I had the leftovers of the hamburger mac and cheese. With spices that was reserved for me, with a glass of milk. At 6:15 in the morning, I had a peanut butter and jelly bagel that Dad prepared for me after I toasted the two bagel halves with my first cup of coffee. From the morning pot. And then I had a peanut butter and jelly bagel sandwich that I entirely prepared around 11:15 in the morning. And that time I tried to do what Dad usually does, which is put peanut butter and jelly on both halves of the bagel. I spread the peanut butter first and then the jelly. And I assume Dad does the same thing. And I did what I did this time instead of what I usually do, which is put the peanut butter exclusively on one side and the jelly exclusively on the other. I recall having the 2 to 3 cups of coffee that I had from the morning pot Dad made. And he usually just makes a morning pot, from what I recall. Roughly from 6:15 to 9 in the morning. And the reason I was up at 6:15 in the morning, when over recent days I wasn't up at that time, was because I recall waking up around 2:30, 3:30 in the morning, after falling asleep around 11 p.m. the previous day. And from that time on, I was up until 4:30 p.m. when I decided to go to bed, get some sleep, since I knew that I hadn't slept enough during the night. I think I was only mildly tired at the time, but I didn't feel like staying up until the night. To maintain a normal sleep schedule, and then filming this video. And I felt if I tried to do that, I wouldn't be able to do good work on the polystyrene drawing project I'm currently working on. Plus, then there's a risk of me nodding off while working. And with what I'm currently drawing, how precise it is, I definitely can't afford that. And after I went to bed around 4:30 in the afternoon/evening, I woke up around 8:30 p.m. This is pretty delicious. After Dad visited his parents, he went grocery shopping at our local Aldi's. And this was one of the things he bought there. He visited his parents and went grocery shopping at Aldi's while I was asleep. This is supposed to be some kind of dual novelty ice cream treat. Here's where I am currently on Elvenar. And I'm currently level 28 on Far Orion. I recall sometime between the late morning and early to mid-afternoon hours, I got a medium badge from that game for reaching level 25. I'm primarily trying out these new games on Congregate. Well, not always necessarily new in that they were newly badged, but I try those games out in order to collect the badges.